They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the 15th-ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Hokies will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So SMU's offense will come out first. I know Bo Nix has the single-season completion record, but this guy may make a run for it if he has many more games like the last one, David.
It was crazy. I mean, it was interesting to watch, man. Just in a rhythm, not fooled, like just so confident, knew his answers to the test before the questions were even asked. And defensively, that presents a huge challenge. And Jesse, how do you want to attack him? Because something has to change after that last game we saw.
Yeah, I think one of the big keys for him having that kind of day and that kind of accuracy was his offensive line gave him a lot of time to survey the field and throw darts. So if you're on defense here, you've got to find a way to disrupt his rhythm. You've got to be able to get pressure on him. You don't necessarily have to get him to the ground and sack him, but the ball has got to come out early. You cannot let him sit back there and pick you apart.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game. Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They get to him as he throws. Touchdown, SMU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
That is tremendous toughness there by the quarterback because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Virginia Tech's offense has the ball for the first time. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Explosive run from the Hokie quarterback. He was almost off the Never Never Land the way Michael Vick used to do it.
You can't coach that, right? He's got it already done, and that guy's got some serious speed, the ability to outrun people and make it look like they're just in slow motion.
The Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Drones. Fires to the right. Oh, it's picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Finds a tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed behind the line, it's Green. He breaks a tackle. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Selden. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying play action. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Drones. Pocket breaking down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
I love the play call defensively. 3rd down, and you're anticipating the quarterback being in the pocket throwing the football, so you dial up the blitz. You get home, you hit the QB, and force the incompletion.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Off the play fake on first down. Got a man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Last season, Kevin Jennings took over as the SMU quarterback, and they went 11-1 before stumbling in the ACC championship game and in the college football playoff. What does he need to focus on in terms of improvement?
Just avoiding the turnovers, Reese. If Kevin Jennings does that, and this offense is virtually unstoppable because of his ability.
Looking deep down the right side. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, SMU. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tennessee. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He'll take it himself. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Drones. Makes the grab, it's Green. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter.
That's a first down for the offense.
That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. There he goes. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Hokies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Finding an escape route. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, that completion now sets up a critical 3rd down here in the red zone for this quarterback. His offense, his team, is trailing by a lot. They're going to need him to start making plays consistently, and he's going to have to do it when the defense knows he's about to throw it. And that's exactly the situation right here. 3rd down in the red zone. The quarterback has got to step up on this next play.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from the right side. A 37-yarder coming up. Smashes it between the uprights. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. Leaves it with the back. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Slips away. And he runs it all the way down to the 3 before they get him. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. It's our force to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Bringing it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Jennings. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Oh, it's always frustrating as a quarterback when you put it on the money and the guy drops it. But you know what you got to do? You got to build his confidence. Buddy, I'm coming back to you.
Fires one high and deep. That ball is caught past the marker. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. This one's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming.
Touchdown, Mustangs! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Makes the quick grab. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. It has been a less than stellar start in ACC play, and now the mission is to try to keep this season from going down the drain.
Yeah, and you got to find new ways to motivate. You came into the season, you're probably like, hey, listen, we want to be ACC champs, and that dream is probably gone, but let's refocus, right? Jesse, it's really fun to be that team at the middle towards the end of the year, too, where you can play spoiler.
Yeah, it's all about building, too. Just one game at a time, and it just takes one win to get the season completely turned around. This team has not yet quit on the year. They're still out playing hard with great effort. They just got to put a full game together.
Looking to throw, it's Drones. Oh, they're after him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. He's loose down the middle. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, SMU. And they turn it into a defensive score.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Complete downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here's a heat. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught over the middle. It's Selden. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Drones. The screen, and watch out. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Took a shot as he threw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Going right to work up top. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Hokies. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Mustangs will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Drones. Got it behind the line. It's Stewart. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stewart. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion. Not the way they had it drawn up. Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Nice move to keep running. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Hokies will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Pulls it in and looking upfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Here's the handoff. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Harden. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Got the quick completion. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Back to throw, it's Drones. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell, sticks his foot in the ground, quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone, know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
From the gun, looking for a man. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Can the defense stop him again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback on the keeper. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Throws to the wideout. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job.
Going downfield for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Fires to the wideout. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Mustangs line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Cut into the deficit the last time they had it, forced the punt, and now they can really make this a game.
And you're right back in this thing. You're creating some momentum. You got the score. You got the stop. This offense, Jesse, has a chance now to make this an absolute barn burner of a ball game.
Yeah, it's one play at a time, though, right? You're not going to get it all back in one play. Just go out, do your job, execute, keep this thing going down the field. And if things go well, like David said, we've got a game.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Wide receiver going in motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Lofts one high and deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Hokies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Back to throw, it's Jennings. That's caught, it's Ebby. He's loose. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Ebby. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Harden. At the 35, he's loose. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He's in open space downfield. Talk about a timely run. Gets the 1st down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. And the Mustangs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Big fullback's got it. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Dropping back, it's Jennings. He wants it all. Touchdown, Mustangs! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Intercepted! Oh, what a play!
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Great place to start for this offense. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He makes a grab. Touchdown, SMU! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Got his man on the outside. At the 35, he's got room. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Hokies moving quickly to the line.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains. They've got to keep their foot on the gas. They've got to take some shots, work the middle of the field, but make some big plays down a couple possessions.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit that
just keeps moving. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
All right, let's get it.
On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Motion from the wide receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much adds a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Mustangs are in the red zone. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Motion from the wideout. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll run the option. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs! They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Hokies come to the line in the hurry-up. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking for a man. It's Drones. Finds his tight end.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off the play fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Hit as he throws. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They'll send the back in motion. Scanning the field, it's Drones. Swings it out to the flat. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Tries to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now, because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now you get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for it.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.